right, so this is our deep yielding overhead holds. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to be in a double leg stance position. We're going to kind of get into our lowest pocket of depth that feels comfortable with good posture, good upright positioning. And then we're going to hold a very light object overhead. I would say between like 2.5 to 8 pounds. I probably wouldn't go more than maybe 10 pounds max. So you probably want to start with like 1.25 kilos. Then we'll progress to maybe 3 kilos. So keep the weight light because the weight just basically activates our core a little bit more, so we have to be more mindful of our posture. Because when we're jumping, we don't want to be swaying too much when we're jumping, right? We want to be nice and controlled so we can be powerful from the leg. So I'll show you a couple different angles, but for my anatomy, what I mean by that is my hips are a little bit stiff, so every time I squat or I gotta jump, I have to go wider. Okay, so if you feel more comfortable going narrow, go narrow. If you feel like, hey, I'm getting a little bit of pain, then either minimize the weight or maybe how low you're going, or think about just opening up your legs a little bit more. Okay, so just think about your knees or tracking over your feet, right? They're not kind of collapsing too much, staying neutral with your foot. Okay? So again, if you have tight shoulders, just be mindful. You just want to hold this plate lightly overhead. It doesn't have to be completely over the crown of your head, but just a little bit over the top, okay? So you can see I'm really loading. Now, I am coming off the ground, but it's not an exploded jump. So I'm really just working on my ability to load my hips, my knees, and my ankles a little bit more reflexively and building up my power and endurance. Okay? As you can see, my shoulders are a little tight, so I can barely hold the weight. So if the weight's too much, then maybe that's why you can't hold it up. So go lighter. I'll show you in front. Am I kind of starting overhead already? Again, I'm just coming off the ground just to clear the ground. I'm loading my hips. I'm loading my knees. I'm just getting really powerful, absorbing through my whole entire lower body and really coming off the ground. Now, the way you progress that movement is just jumping higher after each catch to really fatigue the muscles, right? Because you're working on your ability to express more force and more power, right? So that's how you would progress, is just by jumping higher. But the emphasis is really just loading your entire lower body like you're absorbing the forces.